And this year, out of the 7 girls, all of them finished in the top 10 in every category they were in. 2 of them are 7-year-old, and our 12-year-old ended up all-around cowgirl, and they both brought home saddles.
Hi, and welcome to Kelly, where we talk about life, your life and my life, and through Kelly, we hope to inspire. Today, I have Melody Pratt on the show. She owns Exodus Ranch in Douglasville, Georgia. Hello, Melody.
Hello. How are you today, Kelly?
I am great. Melody happens to be one of my dear friends, so we know each other very, very well. So the opening is a little odd to us.
Well, I'm a little distracted, I got to tell you. It should be illegal to have attractive crew members doing anything. My focus is over here on the Latin guy over
right.
there. Right.
I happen to be married to him, so that's
Jeez,
So Melody, you were in broadcasting for ESPN 2.
The Deuce.
Yes. What was that like?
It was a blast.
How long did you do it?
Probably about 6 years. I was a freelance reporter for them.
Okay.
And it was awesome because I am not really a sports fan. But I got to do all the eclectic stuff. So as opposed to anything that had to do with the ball, that was not my deal. My deal was climbing and rappelling, whitewater rafting, chasing wild hogs around the bush while people shot at them, things like that. So it was really a lot of fun because I got to do things that I would not normally get to have done. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I got paid for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. You've been
I've done many things. Yes, flight attendant.
Flight attendant. See, you're in my brain. You know what I'm saying.
Flight attendant. I was actually an animal trainer at SeaWorld at one point.
I just want to follow you around. What do? You just decide to do something and then you just do it.
You know, that's kind of funny because I have never had a job for longer than maybe 6 years of my life. I get bored, and it's time to move on. I need a challenge.
Right.
So yeah, that's long and short of it.
Yeah.
I like to stay challenged.
Well, we are glad to have you here in this area, Douglasville, Villa Rica, because you have really made a difference. You're doing a lot with foster kids, and you do rodeos. So let's start with the foster kids. What you and your husband's mission are for foster kids, and how and what and why.
Okay, in a nutshell. My husband and I are very strong believers in what Jesus told us to do, and that is to take care of orphans. We're supposed to love others the way that he loved us, and I think the Christian community has just really dropped the ball. We are more interested in big buildings and kids programs and big choirs and praise bands and things like that, and we have forgotten to go out into our communities and do what he asked us to do, which is help the poor, help the children. I know here in Douglas County there's so many foster kids that some of them are in hotels. There's just a huge need to love on kids, and that's, I told you I had a lot of jobs, but not a lot of them for a long time. And that's because I hadn't really been doing what I was called to do. And that calling is somehow, how can I reach out and make a difference, not just in the world, but in my community in general.
Right.
And that is by loving on kids.
Yeah.
And at the ranch, we try to do that in many ways. We have cowboy camps there. We have the rodeo team.
And you just got your nonprofit status.
Yes, we did. We do have that. We're official. That's very exciting for us. And then we also, some people are called to foster, to actually bring foster children in their home, which is an awesome, incredible thing to do. And we've kind of been called just to reach out and to make life a little easier for them, if that's, I guess if I'm making that clear. We have a foster mentoring program that's free. A lot of these foster kids struggle with PTSD, abandonment issues, abuse issues, emotional issues. There's just a lot of stuff that they've been through in their young lives. And because of that, they struggle in so many areas. And the Equine Mentoring Program for them is a free program that allows them to spend time with the horses, spend time with our mentors. It helps them work on those areas that they're having a hard time with, whether it's detachment or anger issues or not enough assertiveness, too much it's just, there's so many things that program helps them with. And it is free for the community.
Right.
So for foster and newly adopted children. And it's been a huge blessing for us to be able to have those kids there. And then to jump off of that, we also do 2 foster fun days a year, one in the spring and one in the fall. and that's free for foster kids and their families, and they can come out and we do, well, you've been a part of them, so you know what we do.
Yeah.
We just hang out with the kids all day long, do
Yeah,
pony rides, play games.
Oh my goodness, and I mean, you have kids there at 2 years old. And I remember last year when I did it, I fell in love with this little kid, and I just wanted to take that kid home with me.
Awesome.
It's just, it is sad that they don't have the warmth and stability that they should have. What's your long-term goal with the program?
Well, our long-term goal is kind of extensive, so I'll give it to you in a nutshell.
Okay.
We're looking for more property, because it is our goal to actually build a couple houses that can actually long-term house foster kids. Unless the courts give them back to their parents, we'd like them to be able to stay there in a family environment. We want it to be a working ranch, so the kids actually have chores. They work together as a family. They have family dinner together. They go out in the morning, they do their chores, they get their schooling. And then to add to that, we want them to be able to earn money for scholarships, because a lot of these kids, the numbers are staggering. Something like 40% of foster kids end up on the streets or in the sex trafficking market, because when they're kicked out of the system, a lot of them haven't learned anything to teach them to move forward into life. So with this program, for instance, if they raised a cow and then they took care of the cow, they took the cow to sale, they sold the cow, that money would go into a scholarship fund for them. Same thing with, a horse or a pig or a chicken or whatever. We would like them to be able to do that. We would like to also be able to include in that education, like maybe have people from the community come in and teach them computer skills, maybe cosmetology skills, things that, because college isn't for everybody.
Right.
So, but there's so much to it, Kelly, that we'd like to really. It's on our whole goal. Our whole mission is on our website under About Us.
What's your website?
It's exodusranch.com.
Okay.
Very easy.
Okay.
But there's just so much to it. But again, it just goes back to our main goal is just love it. We just want to love on kids, whether they're foster kids. We have kids that come in for the community for the rodeo program.
Yeah, let's talk about the rodeo program. You guys have gotten some awards.
Oh yeah, we had awards. Nothing. We had 2 all-around cowgirls this year. We have 7 girls on our team. Not because we only choose to have girls, but because we have found that the boys, sorry guys, cannot hang with our girls. They're just not tough enough. They come off a horse once and that's it. They're done. Our girls have been stepped on, drugged. They've been thrown down. They wrestle cows. They do everything. And this year, out of the 7 girls, all of them finished in the top 10 in every category they were in. 2 of them, our 7-year-old and our 12-year-old, ended up all around cowgirl, and they both brought home saddles. And then our oldest girl ended up with the title of the Rodeo Queen title, as well as, I think she ended up with 6 championship buckles throughout the season.
And I want to have some of them on the show.
They're awesome. They're awesome kids. But what's really cool about our kids is, we found that God brings different people into our lives for a reason, and they gravitate towards my husband. He's the father figure, and so many kids today are lacking that father figure in their home, either because they're not there, or, there's a lot of alcohol and drug issues unfortunately in today's world, and he's such a strong father figure for them. They don't even know I exist. It's like they'll come up to me, instead of saying, hey, they're like, hey, where's Cowboy Joe? I'm Mrs. Cowboy Joe. But yeah, he's been such a positive role model on them, and they thrive. They love it.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of kids there whose goal is to be in there and eventually make the team.
Yeah.
It's hard because the kids have to maintain a grade point average. They have to sign a contract with us to be on the team.
Really?
They are not allowed to be disrespectful. They have to do community service. Once they cross the gates of the ranch, their life changes just a little bit.
Right, yeah.
But the parents also take that home, because I tell the parents, I'm like, use me.
Right.
If your kids they're not allowed to have attitudes with their parents. If they do, then I cut them off for a week. Sorry, you can't ride this week. You didn't earn it.
Wow.
So it's been a good learning experience for them. It's been a lot of fun for me.
Well, I have you a gift for being a gift. You said you like chocolate-covered chocolate.
I love them.
So that is some chocolate-covered chocolate right there, and that is the most luscious, delicious thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Aren't those amazing?
I did taste
and
it.
And you put it in a wine glass. How did you know?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought, what is Melody Pratt?
And I have something for you.
Oh, do you?
So that you can be cool like me.
Yes, I am so excited.
Yeah, so then we can both have turquoise.
That is great.
Look at Calvin.
I was telling Diego that I need some jewelry. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. And I need some for this show.
So next time you come to a ranch event, now you can be cool.
Yes, that's so awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If you have some advice to give to, I want to talk more to kids and adults also, but people wanting to fulfill their dreams. What advice would you give to them?
Well, I guess the biggest thing I can say is, as a parent, if you want your kids to learn to fulfill their dreams, you need to teach them to work for them. And one of the biggest issues that we come across today is lack of work ethic in kids, because we give them so much. And I'm not saying you shouldn't give your kids stuff, but they need to learn to earn it.
Yeah.
They need to know that there's a worth to things.
Right.
We inundate our kids with stuff because we think they need stuff, and in reality they don't need stuff. What they need to do is to learn to appreciate the stuff that they get. Make them work for it. This stuff will kill them. I mean, the skin's not going to melt off of their face if they actually have to earn the pair of shoes that they're wearing that, you know, would cost you $200 that they really don't need because they have 8 other pair.
Right.
You know, it's not going to melt off their face, and their bones aren't going to start showing and because I got to work. And I just see so many parents that just give and give and give and give and give, and they don't make those kids give back, and they don't make them to learn. So if you want your kids to fulfill their dreams, they need to learn that dreaming isn't good enough.
Yes.
I can sit here all day long and dream that I'm a size 2 and a bit like Angelina Jolie, but that dream's
And you are.
Slips. But that dream's not going to come true for me if I don't learn how to act and if I don't start working out.
Right. I love that you said and have the kids give back to you, because that is so important. And yeah, our generation, we have failed on that miserably. And it's because, you know, every generation wants to make a difference. And my generation wanted to make a difference as far as not being so critical and crushing the soul of the child. But with that, what we've failed to do is to have our children give back to us. So
well, and get back to your communities.
Yeah.
I mean, same deal. One of the best things you can do for your kids is let them see the need that's in the communities.
Yeah.
I mean, let them really see. I mean, in Douglasville, you know, we have people in Douglasville that don't have indoor plumbing.
Right.
They don't have heat. They don't have, you know, the only food that they eat is at school.
Right.
Most kids don't know that, except the kids that are going through it. So I think one of the best things that you can do, like I said, is teach them work ethic, let them give back to the community, take them out and let them see the need, and let them be a part of helping with that need. That's the way to help them fulfill their dreams.
Thank you. Thank you, Melody.
My pleasure.
Thank you for being here with us today on Kelly, and we hope this episode inspired you.